Hey everybody, it's that time of the year again. It's January the 1st, 2020. So I guess we're going to start seeing a lot of here's my top blah 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 of 2019. And I guess I'm going to follow the trend. So we're not looking at Black Series today because Black Series is just going to be just a whole big giant mess. So we're just going to look at my top 5 other figures of 2019. So hold tight. Hey everybody, Papa Gord here, and we're slowly grooving back into things. I am back to work half-time, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. So you definitely aren't going to see the amount of videos I dumped out this past year, but you will definitely start seeing more than you have in the past month. Just needed kind of a hard reset. Holidays, people get busy. Me going back to work, that type of thing. So I appreciate everybody being patient. So without the rambling, because we're going to get more rambling as we go through this video, but this is going to be my top 5 of 2019, not Black Series. So we all know I don't collect Marvel Legends, so there might be a few on this list. But anyways, I've got one for honorable mention just because I really didn't branch out really past Star Wars very much this year. And some pieces that I did buy definitely weren't from 2019. But I do have one honorable mention, and that is Marvel Legends Beta Ray Bill. I know absolutely nothing about this character at all. All I know is he's got an articulated jaw, which makes me love this guy. So he's big, he's bulky, he's got, I think that's supposed to be Stormbreaker, or his version of Stormbreaker, or the comic version or something. Yeah, I just think he looks awesome on the shelf. You know, that dinosaur head. He's a great figure. Until I saw him in person, I was like, no, I don't need that figure. And then once I saw him on the shelf, I'm like, I need to have that figure. So he really, I guess you could say he would be number 6. So we're gonna put him aside and we'll get into my top 5. So number 5, going with that Marvel Legends collection that I don't have, is Hercules. And honestly, kind of the same thing. He is he's a really great figure. He's big, he's got chest hair, he comes with 2 extra hands, he's got his sword, he's got his battle mace. I believe you can, if you want him more in the naked version, you can take off his weapon holder with his big medallion belt buckle and what have you. I think the face sculpt looks really good. Again, not really knowing anything about Hercules in the Marvel Comics universe. This was kind of recommended. Dylan said, oh, he's a great fit. So of course, came across him and had to pick him up. And no matter how many times I've purged through what Legends I do have, he's always made the cut. So he would be my number 5. He's nice, he's big, he's bulky, and he articulates rather well. Okay, number 4. Now this one was a bit of a tough decision, but lo and behold, here we go again. Marvel Legends, Toys R Us exclusive, which I believe, I'm not sure where he came out in the States, but worthy Captain America. Thank you, Uncle Mike. Yes, Uncle Mike sent this one to me because I have never seen one of these at any of the Toys R Us in my area. So with the hookup, thank you again. But yeah, he looks great. I think it's probably the best Chris Evans version of a 6-inch cap. His non-helmeted face looks really, really good. I have it on just another body right now, but I think it looks fantastic. I do wish that they could have done the broken shield, but I understand the whole spoiler thing, and I know there are people that do customs that have busted the shield up to make it look a little more movie accurate. But I mean, he did have it damaged before it got obliterated into the piece that he had left. So I think this one is awesome. He looks great on my shelf. I had to find a Red Skull to add to my non-Legends collection because of this one figure. So yeah, so there we go, number 4. And number 3, this will be this year, Marvel Legends. Again, wow, 4 Legends in the top, well, 5 plus the honorable mention. But Walmart came out with, and I don't know how difficult this was to find in the States, but up here in Canada was pretty ridiculous. But that would be Marvel Legends 80th anniversary Captain America, Alex Ross design. I love Alex Ross's superhero artwork. I think it's fantastic. I will say that I know this figure has had some hits and misses. A lot of people have either had one of the heads with either missing one of his little wings, or the wing was on backwards, or the paint job on the A was pretty lousy, or the figure kind of was cross-eyed. Mine, unfortunately, you could probably see on his shield how it's not centered, and that's the only thing on this figure that really bugs me. I think this is a great figure overall. I wish the shield was slightly bigger, like this size would definitely be an improvement for this one. But I do like the fact that you do get 2 different heads. You can plug the shield into his back. It's textured. It looks really, really nice. So it was a real toss-up between these two. They could have sat pretty well equally, but Alex Ross, I don't know what it is, but his DC art, back when I was a lot younger, I had most of the Justice League posters, and yeah, so I only have ever seen this guy on the shelf once. I grabbed him right away, and I love him. He's fantastic. So there we go. So, top 2. And we're done with the Marvel Legends. Now, I'm not as massive of a Transformers guy as some people. I wish I had the space to add more to my my collection, but I'm okay picking and choosing. But this is my number 2, and it's Siege, War for Cybertron, Jetfire. Proper is Skyfire. So he is just like, here, I have to do him back a little bit because he's just so massively big. I know there's that third party, I want to say, I think Fantoys Phoenix, I believe. Again, Uncle Mike has him, and I was like, oh, if I could ever get my hands on that. I just can't afford that. So this is a nice scaled down version. It's not perfect. It has a few flaws. I will say in robot mode, I won't really give it any flaws. It's in his vehicle mode. He's a little panely and a little gappy on the sides. But really, Transformers, you're gonna have them mostly in robot mode anyways. And just like the accessories, his large gun can split into 2. He's got these pieces here. He does have his backpack, his face shield if you want to make him into more combat mode. So there's his regular head right there. He's got more armor that I can snap onto the front. silly me, did not realize that the symbol here, because I keep them fully armored up. Again, thanks to Uncle Mike, I kind of always wondered if the faction symbol was interchangeable, and it was, and I never did anything about that till I believe one of the bots and shots had come up recently, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna pull mine down and look, and of course, if I can get it now, it does flip. So you can have him as Autobot, or you can put him back as a Decepticon when he first got thawed back out of the ice, and Starscream was there, and blah blah blah. So yeah, so he's my number 2. I love this big guy. He's fantastic. I'd love to get the Omega Supreme, but I definitely don't have room for him, as it sounds like Black Series we're gonna get pounded this year. So that's it. So that's top 4 plus my 1 honorable mention. So at least 1 figure left, and this might be, I wouldn't say bias, but he's my newest figure in my collection, and that would be Mezco's The Sovereign Knight Batman. And I just actually have only had him 2 days. Yeah, 2 days, and I haven't put him down. I do need to kind of steam his cape because he is a little on the wrinkly side, but the hands, the batarangs, the accessories, the bat drone, the stand, the extra heads, this awesome kryptonite knuckle buster, it's just so much. He's my first Mezco, and dare I say, probably not going to be my last. Really depends on how good of a deal I can get. I got him for a fantastic deal, completely legit. I do love my Batman, and my Batman collection really has been on hold for the last couple of years as I fell hard into Black Series. So I hopefully am going to start looking for some new pieces to kind of incorporate in on maybe months that Star Wars kind of dips down a little bit and we can breathe a little bit more. But he is fantastic. I honestly cannot do this figure enough justice to sit here and mutter through a sentence to try to describe him. There are probably better reviews out there of people that are doing him. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see a review. I know he's been around for a little bit now, so I mean, it won't be maybe with fresh eyes, but the fact that I love Batman, I might be a little more biased as well. But I just think that, yeah, he's fantastic. It's so cool to see with the fabric that you can't see the joints in there. The hands come off very easily to switch them out. Same with the head. Just the range on this figure is fantastic. You have the stand, like everything top notch. I can see why people love Mezco. So Batman, Sovereign Knight. I do have the Hush one on order, and I think that's around May. But I think I might have to do the Superman now to go with the Hush Batman. But we'll see. But yeah, so he's number 1. So that's it. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. What's your top 2 non-Star Wars figures for 2019? I think that would be pretty good. 2. I think 2 is pretty reasonable to ask and find out. Stay tuned. I am working on my top 10 Black Series list that will come out, I don't know, it'll come out very soon, very early January, not later, because it doesn't make any sense. And then it'll be almost, I think, time to do a collection update again. I finally bought a shelf, so I'm starting to split my Black Series collection up a little bit so it's not so crowded, and that'll be another video. So we're about 15-minute mark. I was hoping to wrap it in 10, but I think this is pretty good. I'll take a few shots, and we'll see you guys later. So as usual, comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. Definitely helps the channel out. I always appreciate the comments. I always try to comment back, or at least give you a like to know that let you know that I've at least read your comment. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for me. Hope you guys have a great start to 2020. Looking forward to all these new adult collectibles that are coming out. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Have a great day, eh?